Hi everyone! So this video today is going to talk a little bit about if you're newly natural hair, or if you're transitioning to become natural, just some tips that you can use to create basically a starter kit or a starter pack on the essentials, the things that you'll need at the beginning of your journey, and hopefully if they work out really well for you, these may be the only things that you'll ever truly need for a really bare bones basic routine that just gets your hair done and you'll be on your way. So hopefully this video will be something of a money saver for you, and just your basic starter pack, your starter kit on being newly natural or transitioning your hair from being chemically relaxed to being natural. Okay? So I have my notes with me. I have some bulleted points, and I also have my little starter kit right here as well with some stuff that you might need. So before I even begin into my actual kit, I will say that you want to gather up as much information as possible. So I would guess number one would be find a really comprehensive resource, like a book, for example, by someone that actually knows what they're talking about as far as hair care. And the book that I would advise you to get is called The Science of Black Hair. If you have not heard of it, it's probably the most comprehensive tool that you have out there in the market as far as natural hair care. It breaks down the complexities of your hair, the physiology behind the hair, and it gives you a really good rundown of information of products that you can try to start off with in your journey, things to look out for. Just a really comprehensive book about the science of hair, and then tools and tricks that you might need throughout your journey. It's really good book, really good resource. I found it really helpful. The author's name is Audrey Davis. I believe she has a YouTube channel as well, and I believe the book is available for purchase at Amazon or your regular bookstore. I believe it's also in the Kindle version as well. You might even be able to find it at your local library, but I would highly recommend going through that resource, and it will teach you all the nitty-gritties about natural hair care and the science of black hair. Alrighty, now going into my tool chest, I noticed that I have my first advice not in the tool chest, but my first tip for you for your starter kit, or what you should have in your starter kit, is your basic cleanser and shampoo. So healthy hair growth will come from a healthy scalp. Healthy scalp will come from taking care of the scalp and keeping it cleansed and properly hydrated. So your basic cleanser and or shampoo is definitely something that you'll need in your arsenal. I know for a lot of curly haired women, they are told that they should stray away from shampoos because they're very drying. That may be the case, especially for those that are heavily textured in their natural hair, but I would definitely still recommend using a shampoo and or cleanser. There's many on the market. I would say I would go for a cleanser that is a little bit more opaque in color, something that isn't clear or transparent, because the shampoos that are a little bit clearer are typically more loaded with a lot of harsh cleansing agents versus shampoos that are a little bit thicker, a little bit less runny, a little bit creamier, and a little bit more opaque in color. Those tend to be filled with a little bit more moisturizing ingredients in them. Definitely look for shampoos that mention the word hydrating or moisturizing, something along those lines, and definitely those that are a little bit creamier in texture. I think Suave would be one of those basic brands that you can find in most drugstores that are readily available, that pretty much are really well used. I think a lot of natural hair people on YouTube actually use Suave if they're looking for budget-friendly items. So just go for a cleanser or shampoo, a little bit thicker in density, a little bit more opaque in color, and go from there. Yeah. Number two, I would say get your basic run-of-the-mill conditioner. So again, same idea with shampoo. You definitely want something that's a little bit creamier, that has the words moisturizing, hydrating in the title for sure. For conditioners as well, you definitely want to take a look at the ingredients on the back. I would flip it over. Typically on the back there will be an ingredient list. Make sure that the first ingredient that you see listed is aqua water. Water is the ultimate hydrator, and you want to know that you're using a water-based product because that's going to be bringing moisture and replenishment back into the hair after you've cleansed it, which is really important. After water in the ingredient list, you want to make sure that the first top 5 ingredients have a lot of nourishing ingredients in it. So I'm thinking things like carrier oils, your argan oils, your coconut oils, almond oils, things of that nature, you know, shea butter. You want stuff that is really nourishing to the hair, things that are easily recognizable, that by reading it you already know what it is and what it's going to do for you. So definitely go for water as the first ingredient, some carrier oils, nourishing ingredients in the first 5 ingredients. If you find that there's a ton of long-winded names with names that are really hard to pronounce, that are 3 syllables or more, then maybe stray away from those. But again, you want to be looking for stuff that's affordable. 3, you want to get a wide tooth comb. A wide tooth comb is really helpful. I actually have some examples here. So I have this one here, which is my favorite. I use this one all the time. The reason why you want to go for more wide tooth combs, combs that are typically closer to, or have the teeth that are a little bit closer together, they tend to snag on more curly textured hair a lot easier than these ones. These ones tend to glide a lot better, and they really are less painful while detangling your hair. So I would say go for a wide tooth comb. This one's really special because it has no seams, which means in between the teeth, it's smooth. There's no little bumps or ridges at the sides of the teeth of the comb. So wide tooth combs are really great as far as your natural hair kit. This one I actually purchased online. I can leave a link below in the description bar on where I got this particular model. But you can go to any basic beauty supply store and you'll find wide tooth combs. This is an example of one that I got at Sally's, and I believe Sally's and Walmart and places of that nature would carry wide tooth combs just like this, and you can easily leave this in your shower. Next, in your toolkit, you will want to get a few hair clips for sectioning. Working with your hair in sections makes wash days a lot more stress-free. It makes things a lot more organized, and it makes it a lot easier for you. So these are a couple examples of some clips. Again, I believe I got these at Sally's beauty supply stores. You can get these pretty much anywhere. I'm pretty sure Walmart and other convenience stores of that nature would have those as well. They're really helpful. You can split your hair into 4 sections. That's typically what's popular, and it just helps to organize yourself, and by working in sections it makes life a little bit easier versus just tackling your big fro all at once, which I've done in the past and it just doesn't work for me. Bobby pins is number 5. So going through my little toolkit here, bobby pins like these typically have the little cushions that are on top of the pins. They're really good for sectioning the hair as well. They're really great for styling. Really easy, convenient. Bobby pins are pretty much available everywhere. Should be relatively easy to find, and I find that they can help a hairstyle out. If you do a twist out, or you curl your hair, or you braid your hair up and you just want to pin it back, they're good for your toolkit. Number 6, a carrier oil of your choosing. So a carrier oil, a little bit thicker in density. They tend to be a lot more nourishing for the hair, and they really help with a myriad of hair care treatments. So your hot oil treatments, deep conditioning treatments, you can supplement them with your shampoos to make them a little bit more nourishing. Number 7 is a spray bottle. Just your basic spray bottle like this. This one's filled with some distilled water. Any water you're choosing, but having a spray bottle where you can always hydrate your hair, this is probably one of the best moisturizers that you can have for natural hair. It can also help with detangling as well. Detangling tends to be a little bit easier when the hair is a little bit damp versus when the hair is super bone dry. You tend to get a lot more breakage of your strands that way. So I'd highly recommend a water bottle as well. Hair journal. Definitely documenting as you go along in your hair journey is something that I believe you should have. If you're not really a fan of writing things down, most smartphones come with apps that are like notepads, or most phones in general will come with a notepad feature where you can just jot down your hair care journey. But I would definitely recommend writing it out. I found that was a lot more helpful for me. This hair journal in particular is really special. It's called Just Scroll Already. It's an amazing hair journal that was created by actually a hair blogger who I believe also has a YouTube channel. Her name is Jen, and her web address is the exact same title as the journal itself, Just Scroll Already. Really amazing resource. She once was relaxed and then she transitioned to become natural, and it's just an all-around great website, a lot of great helpful tips and hints, and her hair is drop dead gorgeous. Anyway, she created these journals that are specifically geared to keeping track of your goals and progress in your hair care journey. And there's a lot of tips inside, a lot of tricks. So this journal is a little bit older. I got this when I was relaxed back in 2013. But I believe she still had these journals out for purchase. I believe it was 11 or 12 bucks, and I found it really helpful. You're just going inside, and then you have your calendar, you have your monthly goals, styling and maintenance notes, hair babble, just how your hair is doing this particular month, if it's drier or it's more moisturized, you're having sensitive scalp issues, things like that. And then it has like a breakdown chart of your wash days. So whichever day you choose to cleanse the hair in the week, or if you do multiple times in the week, and you just write down the date, the products that you use, the process, etc., etc. You don't want to, you want to save some money, you can always go to your dollar store, pick up a regular notepad, and just jot down some bulleted points. It doesn't have to be long paragraphs. You don't have to write huge novels in these journals. It's just a resource that you can reflect back on. My final advice, hair shears. You want scissors for your hair that if you ever have any tangles, any knots, any split ends, things like that, you actually have scissors that are actually dedicated towards cutting the hair. You want to purchase this, only use it for your own head of hair, and you can get these at Sally's, Walmart. It is your basic starter pack for natural hair. I believe if you can get these things in your arsenal, you're already well ahead of the game. And once you get familiar with your routine, you can start branching out, getting more stuff. I mean, there's a lot more stuff you can get. There's so many different types of formulated conditioners. There's so many different hair tools out there on the market, conditioning caps. I mean, it's truly endless. But if you're just starting out, I believe these things are the essentials. Alrighty, hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off. I tend to talk a lot. I gotta learn to short form my videos a little bit more. But anyways, hopefully this video is helpful to you. I hope you have a great day, and best of luck to you with your hair journey. Okay, bye.